welcome to the Unfledged Quest. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Ziri, and we are reading the ElfQuest comics issue by issue, so if you want to follow the story, you can read ElfQuest for free at elfquest.com. And remember to follow us on your favorite podcast platform.
Thank you to everyone who have supported us through Buy Me a Coffee so far. If you would like to support us as well, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/TUQ podcast. In this episode, we're going to talk about the High One's origin story, which is Hidden Years number 6 and 7. Human emotion is something that has been forgotten. They have to learn the way of the world of two moons. Their powers are strangely weakened. Someone tries to adapt, while others seek to control. For the first time in millennials, new life is born.
I really enjoy the cover art
Yeah.
on this issue. Like, it's nothing ElfQuest really about it. You don't see elves, you don't see wolves, you don't see...
You see a demon-looking creature and some hairy people.
Yeah, and this is the image I understand why the humans started calling the elves demons.
Yeah, he looks like a literal demon.
Yeah, he went out to like a graveyard. I don't know. There was like huge field with a lot of bones, and he just put out.
We can talk about that when we get there, because it's not a graveyard.
Yeah, but it's like he put together this outfit. I don't even know what to call it.
It's
he kind of morphed his.
Yeah, there's shape changers.
Yeah,
so he shifted his face and head to look really scary with like horns, and he looks like a literal alien. Well,
or demon.
As we have you see in this issue, they are literal aliens. They do look like an alien.
Yeah, when you open this issue too, you won't think that it's ElfQuest. If you didn't have the headline ElfQuest on it, I don't think you would like recognize it.
No, not in the first pages, because we can see the High Ones in their natural form, which is quite an alien form.
Yeah, they're talking about what each of these 9 elves role within the group is.
Yeah, because they say that they do need 9 people to travel and to control everything, and everyone has a purpose and everyone has a job.
We can talk about that later, but that just I figured out a question that I had.
Okay.
Yeah.
And through all the places they had visited, they always shifted their shape to look like the people and the environment around them, to fit in, to not stand out.
Okay, I feel I know too much about like their story to just follow the timeline of this issue, because I'm going into, and then this happened, and why did it crash? Because we know that they crashed because of the trolls. But then it's like, no, we're not there in the story yet, you know?
Yeah.
It's hard to just follow this issue's timeline for me right now.
Yeah, but that's because you know a lot of the story already. It's just a deeper dive into the look and what happened and their story.
Yeah, they have talked a lot about this.
Yeah.
Throughout the ElfQuest history or ElfQuest
timeline.
Yeah, whatever we talked about.
Yeah. And it's the very neat thing about these issues are that they're told from Timmain's point of view.
Yeah.
It's very obvious the whole time. She speaks in the eye and explains everyone and everything around her as she sees it.
And she was like, oh, and my role was to remember everything.
Yeah.
That's like the hardest thing for them all.
Yeah.
Just, you have to remember everything. I sometimes forget to brush my teeth. So like.
Yeah. She has to remember everything, all of their story.
Yeah, remember how these beings on this other planet that we visited thousands of years ago acted like.
Yeah.
But she didn't do her job quite well, because they had forgotten the feelings and the way when they met these humans.
Well, they hadn't forgotten. She remembered the feelings. They just don't remember what the feelings are like.
Okay.
Because it's been...
So it's more like they didn't think that these feelings existed anymore, kind of thing?
Yeah, or they were able to feel them because it become like higher beings that
Mm.
didn't have the use of all of these feelings.
Okay. Yeah.
But they traveled around and saw worlds filled with water and plants and everything and life, and just saw how their people flourished because they discussed that they did leave their home planet because of overpopulation in the first place.
Yeah.
They had stopped having children. Nobody had any children in many, 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 many years.
Which is the same problem they had in Blue Mountain.
Yeah. And at some point, their son died, which meant that everyone had to evacuate. So they would travel around and look for a place that these 9 elves with the palace could settle down.
I thought they were looking for the rest of the elves from their planet. Like they said, that these 9 stayed at the original planet to try to save it, but when it was nothing to save, they left to try to find the others that left like before them.
But there were like too many people that left before them.
Yeah.
And they have spread over several like a lot of planets.
Oh, okay, yeah. But
They
I thought,
left
still
like
thought
some left
they
and some
tried
left and
to find like
they did
a
try to
place
find
where
a place where there were elves.
yeah.
They did. But the others have gone to a lot of different planets. So they weren't like, oh, we go to this planet because that's where everyone is.
Okay.
They're not together.
Another thing, they didn't just go to a different planet. They can choose whatever timeline or time period that they want.
Yeah.
So obviously now they come to like early humanity in the Stone Age.
Mm-hmm.
But what if some of their mates came here like in year 2000? They have to wait so long before someone arrives. Even though like where we are in Cutter's story or
Yeah.
the elf story, we are not into modern humanity yet.
No.
So they still have like they can still meet like other high ones, to say it that way, other original aliens because they choose to come to.
Yeah. Like they said that there were worlds where their brothers flourished, create a new life with their minds and their hands. Worlds of such wonder and glory. As the universe itself is made, our kind had found and settled. We intended to visit them all. So they saw that their friends had visited and settled in many different places
Yeah,
all
okay.
around the world.
Yeah.
And they just decided that we're going to start at the planet of 2 moons. We're going to go there. We can see them in this time and space. We're going to go visit them.
Yeah. So basically they decided now to be more like travel people, travel around,
Yeah, these
more,
nines wanted to
yeah,
go travel and
more like
visit
nomader.
nomads.
Yeah, nomads.
Yeah.
Got it.
But because this was the last ship that went, they also took some other creatures from their land with them.
You know, at this page on the bottom,
Yeah.
it looks like they are bringing like beavers. I don't know what the animal is. They didn't mention it, but later they mentioned, oh, we shouldn't have brought the flyers, which is the preservers,
Yeah.
and then the brawlers or whatever, which
Burrowers.
yeah, which I assume is the trolls.
And it's
But
not
then
the flyers, it's the flitterins.
Oh, okay.
I
know.
thought
I
burrowers and flitterins were really, really cute.
I read flyers. But are these beavers the trolls then? Like, who are they?
No, I think they're just an animal that they brought.
Okay.
But the animal might have died on the
Could
way.
have.
We never see them again
No.
other than this picture. So
And
I
they
don't.
basically look like beavers.
Yeah, and I've never seen them before or any other place
Okay.
in ElfQuest than this issue.
You know what? This is almost like Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
Let's bring 2 of each species. Not that this was just 2 of each species.
No, they
but
brought a lot.
They brought everyone they could, but
Yeah. But the trolls, they were kind of mischievous. And they would like go under the tables and tie up their clothing so that they were stuck together and play a lot of tricks on the high ones.
But did they really have a plan why they brought them in the first place?
No, they just didn't want to leave them.
They or Timmain?
It's not said.
Because Timmain is the one who has this animal on her lap and like talking that it would be sad to leave all of them here
Yeah.
and inhumane to just leave them to death. So
Yeah.
I felt it was more like Timmain wanted to bring all of them.
Yeah, it may have been. And it's very sweet also because Timmain is sitting here with Adya, whom she says would have been her mate if they still had mates.
Because they don't she thinks about recognition, right? When she says mates, right? That they
Yeah.
haven't recognized got a cub, so
Yeah.
since they
Because
do that,
there's overpopulation. So
yeah.
there's nothing of that
But
happening.
they could still be love mates, or they don't do shit like that.
They
They
don't
don't
do-
dance around.
They don't dance anymore.
You can still dance if you don't get kids out of it.
Yeah. They said that they were instead a soft and subtle bond that connected us with love and acceptance. So I don't think it's any lovemaking of any kind.
You can still fuck.
It doesn't sound like there's any fucking.
No, doesn't sound like that. But they like even though if you don't love anyone, you can still pleasure yourself. You know.
Yeah. Maybe they lost the interest in doing that as well
Maybe
when they lost all of the other human feelings.
true. I laughed a lot though when the trolls went under the tables
Yeah.
and tied all of their
Clothing?
dresses.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know. It's just a piece of fabric that's hanging around their
Yeah,
body.
pretty much.
But it didn't make me that happy since they noticed and no one tripped and fell out of this situation.
And they didn't think it was funny.
No, they didn't. This was probably like the last drop though, since they said that they were so annoying and they were like acting up and
And also, it is Haken, which we're going to talk about later. Haken is the one that kind of punishes the troll for this. He's going to be a very prevalent later in these issues. But for now, Timmain just tries to tell him, like, put him down. He didn't mean anything by it.
who is this mummified whatever, it's a preserver wrap thing, but
yeah,
what is this?
It is a elf.
But we never get introduced to who that is.
You do. No.
This is happening in an issue that we haven't read.
Yes. This gets explained later about everything that goes on right here. Gets explained in a much deeper way. Also, like, it's kind of said that there's a conflict with the trolls that the elves didn't see, and they hated us, but we didn't realize before it was too late. All of this is explained at a later date, and so is this preserved person.
It looks like a mummified elf that is just like waking up and be like, oh.
Yeah. All of this will be explained later.
They have told us that the trolls were kind of acting up, disturbing them or something. That's why they crashed.
Yeah.
That I know. But this mummified elf, they never introduced us.
Or
we saw
this person doesn't really get introduced.
We saw half wrapped elf sitting on a throne when they first entered the palace after the war.
Yeah, but there's like tables of wrapped elves here.
Okay, so there's several of them.
Yeah, there were more than 9 people in here.
Yeah, that's why I got confused. Instead, there was only 9 of us, and suddenly you have
No, there was 9 of them that was needed to pilot the palace. 9 of them needed to do everything. And when you see them going into the palace, you can see that there's quite a lot of people going in.
No, that was like the first ship going in when they were.
No. This is them evacuating.
Yeah.
This is 9 people.
Yeah, but when I looked at that image, the line to the long line.
Yeah.
That's the ones evacuating, and they saying the 9 of us stayed behind.
More people stayed behind.
Okay. I took it as because on the left, no, on the right, you have 9,
Yeah,
which
because
I took
9
as the
people is
9 that you
needed
have
to
to,
operate
yeah.
the palace.
But then on the left, you have all of them just evacuating the first time. So I thought the 9 were standing there watching all the others leave for the first spaceship, and then the 9 was like behind. Do you get it?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
There's, as far as I know, there's more people in there.
Well, then we need more than the 9.
Because right now there's 9 people in this grotto.
No,
Yeah, in this grotto there's 9 people. I counted.
one of them is dead.
Yeah, but the dead person is laying there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we did that. Okay, then it's
There's 9 of them in this grotto. But as they crash and the palace door opens, they are prepared to go out and meet the newcomers with warmth and joy, and Ida is the first one to go out and offers his hand with his heart. And he meets a really, really scared human who just saw a ginormous palace crash land on their planet,
and like that
and
they
and fancy looking people walking out of it.
and like that they have described these humans before is back when they only grunted.
Yes.
So this is not intelligent person.
No,
So
this is a caveman.
he sees, he's scared, he acts.
Yes. So the caveman hits Ida in the head with a club.
Yeah, we can see blood, brain matter, everything just bring
Yeah.
out.
And now all hell breaks loose because there's more humans and they're trying to beat at them, and the elves are trying to get away, trying to use their magic, which they realize is quite limited in this world and they can't do as much as they usually would.
Yeah, I'm not that good with their names, but the one with the white hair, it's pretty funny. She's like jumping up, trying, I'm gonna fly away. Oh no.
I'm falling down.
head first.
Yeah. They find shelter in a cave where they try to help Adya and heal him. But because
No, they don't try to heal him. They try to restore him.
yeah, restore. That's what they said. They said restore.
Yeah.
Right.
I cannot restore him because their powers are weakened.
Yeah. And that's when they said that what happened? This is not the time we were meant to come to. A full turn of the spirals early. Look, even the stars are in the wrong place.
Mm-hmm. And at this point, I was like, so why don't you just wait for the humans to leave the palace and you go back and you take it and you leave?
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, when you said you needed 9, one of them is dead, so they're kind of fucked. So yeah.
Yeah, they do need 9. Haken tries to say that, oh, we can. We can. But they're not sure. And they said in the first pages that it took 9 of us to create the circle, which is how they travel.
Yeah, which is basically the palace
Yeah.
that they created.
Yeah. In the circle.
So then they don't need 9 of them to operate it? Well, my question is...
They don't really specify it here, but in the earlier in the issue, they say that 9 is needed for the circle, and the circle is the palace.
Yeah, so like, just run back to the palace when the humans left and fly away.
Yeah, the humans aren't gonna be there for that long.
No, because they are just hunter and gatherers. They don't care about this palace and don't give them anything. It's so sad when Timmain realized that her would-be life mate is dead.
Yeah. She leaves him out in the forest.
Which is like, does she realize that he will be eaten by animals?
I don't know.
It's really cute moment. She's laying him down on this rock and she's taking off her dress and...
Oh, first she like watches this wolf howl at the moon and she howls back at him while crying.
Yeah, it's this really beautiful moment,
Yeah.
and she just cover him with a piece of cloth, which is like a wolf will eat him, a bear will eat him,
Yeah.
any
And
animal will eat him. That's
yeah.
not like a loving burial kind of thing for
No,
me.
but they don't really do burials.
True.
And then she just walks off into the forest alone.
Naked.
Butt naked.
Yeah, they don't obviously don't wear underwear. She only had this one piece of garment on her body, so
Yeah.
now she's naked.
And Haken is upset that they let Timmain leave. What if she's hurt? What if something happened? But they just tell him that we can't control each other. She can do whatever she wants.
Hmm. None of us is boss of anyone, basically.
And the others keep saying to Haken, you don't have to be cruel. You don't have to send like that. You don't have to do this because he's being very harsh.
Yeah, and it almost feels like they're surprised by his acting and way of being. But for me, I'm like, but this just feels like his personality, his way of being. So why are you so surprised that he's a
Yeah,
douchebag?
because we've seen him be a douchebag already with the trolls.
Yeah, all he is a douchebag. Why are
Yeah.
the others so surprised?
Yeah.
Has the world of two moons turned him to douchebag? You know, like what is
Yeah.
happening?
And he even says that cruelty. What do you think powers this new paradise? This place where there's no magic, where death is dealt as a greeting. Is it cruel to send the truth? Well, you don't have to send the truth in with mean words.
No,
You can tell the truth and be kind and considerate. You don't
absolutely.
have to be harsh in your words, even if life is really tough right now.
Or maybe he had wanted to be a ruler for so long, and this is the perfect opportunity for him.
Yeah, because they have lived in unity where no one ruled the other. Which has been very apparent here, but now is his chance. And he also
Mhm.
like hits one of them
Yeah,
before he storms off.
because he has other plans.
Yes. And the next page we can see Timmain transform for the first time in this world. And she says it's painful, almost like birthing pains. It was a very dim memory, meaning she has given birth to someone before, since she remembers.
Yeah, I thought it was more like a dim memory to shapeshift, but they did that all the time, so never mind.
Yeah, they do that all the time.
Yeah. But not the smartest thing to shapeshift into like a little sparrow or tiny bird,
Yeah. But she's not a sparrow for long until she transforms into an eagle.
which is smarter.
Yeah.
So you realize she can't hunt for food
Yeah.
as a sparrow or whatever bird she was. But an eagle, she can get a rabbit and
Yeah.
bring it back.
And this is when she realizes the way of this world where you have to listen to everything and you have to be the hunter and to hunt and kill.
Yeah, everything in this world is so precious. It sings, which I think she means all the sounds that they have on this planet from the forest, all the animals, waters, everything.
Yeah. And she very much already inhabits the way.
Yeah, she is kind of the creator or of the way or the inspiration or
Yeah, and
whatever you can call it.
it's almost like she created it even before she realized she did.
Yeah.
Back in the palace, Haken is walking up on a bunch of humans sitting around a fire.
Yeah, they basically taking cover in the palace. More like, oh, there is no wind, no rain.
Yeah.
And they made a fire within the palace.
Yes.
She's like, are you not afraid of it burning down? You don't know what this material is.
No, but as we talked about, they're stupid, so
Mm.
they don't think about
Yeah,
that.
true true that.
But the next thing we can see is that Haken is walking through a hallway where there are 5 other elves lying dead on the floor.
Yeah, I first they kind of look like the other elves that is in the cave. So I thought it was them or 5 of
Yeah.
them. But then I was like, so is he seeing the future or
You know, he's
a
just walking.
future path
Yeah.
kind of thing?
He's just walking through the palace seeing his friends dead.
Yeah, so
This is
there
what I
is
said.
more of
It
them.
is more of them
Yeah.
because there are people already laying here, and you have the 2 people we saw in the
Mm,
cocoons.
yeah.
So there are more people.
I like though that these 5 are obviously dead.
Yeah.
One of them has a stick or something impaled in his heart,
Yeah.
and he's like, "We do not die. We live
We build,
forever."
but he's like, our kind do not die. We build new vessels to house our spirits. Do you hear me?
No, he has a stick through his heart. He
Yeah.
basically can't hear you. He's
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I understand that that's what you used to do when your bodies give out. You just make a new body for yourself.
Yes, you do
But
not
that's
die.
not when you're killed.
You do not die of old age, but when you're killed, you can't build a new vessel in the second your heart stops beating.
No.
No.
And you talked about the graveyard, and you're probably talking about this picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are elves.
But they are so decaying. Do they have
Because he's
like
making them decay.
Oh, that's not okay. He is taking the bones of his friends and creating a Halloween costume.
Yeah. And there's not only 5 of them here. I can count more than 5 heads.
Yeah. It's probably maybe the humans then killed everyone that was left.
Yeah.
We don't know how many that was left.
No, and the trolls also killed them, which is part of
Yeah,
the palace going down.
true.
They disturbed the driving of the palace. But this man melts the skin off of the bones of his friends and molds the bones into an armor.
I wouldn't say it was an armor, but more a Halloween costume.
Yeah.
But sure.
But yeah, he does that with his friends' bodies.
That he basically told, "We do not die."
Yeah.
And then he takes the dead bodies and create himself a costume, or
yeah.
whatever he's thinking that it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Which is very gruesome, and I think it says a lot about Haken as a person.
Yeah.
That he thinks this is in any way okay to do. But back in a cave, Timmain is walking back with arms full of prey and tells the others to eat.
And I don't know who of them answer, but it's like, "Man, this is flesh."
Yeah.
It's like, we don't eat meat. And I was like, so were you vegan or vegetarian back on your own planet? Or
take it. It will make you it will make you strong. Please try.
Or did they even eat at their old planet? You know,
maybe
were they
not.
feeding on power?
Yeah, they may not have needed to eat. But after that, Timmain leaves and goes back into the forest. And the other elves decides that we need to go back to the palace. So we need to get back home.
But the
And
palace is surrounded.
Yeah, and they arrive there just to see the humans pounding at the door, trying to get in. They're like, "Oh, we can just run past them. We can do this. We can just run straight past them, open the door, and we'll be safe."
Yeah, no. Because at that moment,
a demon comes out the door.
Yeah. Haken dressed in the bones
of his friends.
Yeah, and he has shapeshifted his face because he has horn as eyebrows,
And-
horn coming out his top of his head.
And huge talons, and he looks fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
And he shoots arrows at the humans and like kill them all around him and attack. And the others are like, Haken, stop! He's drawn strength from the ship. Like, yeah, he looks
I don't feel he's drawing like strength from the ship because he's not doing really anything magic.
yeah, he used magic to melt the bones or the skin of the bones and then melt the bones into what they're now.
Yeah, but when he is fighting the humans, I mean, he's
Yeah,
not
but
using
I think that they
magic
saw it as in he has used power from the palace to do these things to.
to create armor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought more like, oh, he's gaining power to fight the humans, but I'm like, he's just throwing arrows.
Yeah, no, I think they're seeing it
Is
as
it that
in,
weak that he can't throw an arrow without power?
I think it's more like they saw that he has rapidly changed his shape and the shape of bones and yeah.
Mm. You know what I saw now on the cover image?
What?
It looks like he was wearing a mask, not that he has shape shifted his head, because on the cover
Yeah,
image he has the
his
elf
face. Yeah.
But then we go straight into the battle again. He has his a demon face.
Yeah. I think it's just to make it more expressive and more elfy on this cover.
Probably.
Yeah.
Is he going up against Timmain?
Yeah. And we can see Timmain coming and she's like half shifted back into an elf.
Yeah, and this makes me think like how long has it been? How much time has passed?
Yeah.
Because we've heard stories before that after she has shapeshifted to a wolf
Yeah.
X amount of times, she can't 100% turn.
Or she
Or she
can, but it's
couldn't-
harder for her to turn back. Or no, it's not. The longer she stays in wolf form, the harder it is for her to find her elf.
Okay. So how much time has passed since she is not using that much power to turn 100% elf?
Well,
Kind of.
I would assume fighting this demon looking shit, having claws on your hands and sharp teeth is a good thing.
Yeah.
So maybe we don't change back 100% because
True that.
it will be easier to change back to a wolf and be a full wolf. And in the
Mhm.
meantime, I have more weapons on my body to fight.
Yeah, but when she's jumping,
Yeah, she's a wolf again.
yeah. So it's more like being half herself, watching these things unfold, and then
Yeah.
back to wolf, jumping Hank, Hawk,
Yeah.
whatever his name was.
Haken.
Haken. Hank was a good one.
Haken.
Haken. Did they say that most of the other humans fled because they were afraid of the wolves?
Yeah, when the
Yeah.
wolves came, they said that the humans fled because they were scared of the bloodthirst of the wolves.
So then we have the battle between Haken and Timmain.
Yeah. And again, Timmain is like half transformed, but it's probably because it's easier for her to then transform back into a wolf and she doesn't need to be full elf to do this fight.
No. Absolutely not.
And it looks to be quite a close fight until the wolves come in and help her more.
And she warned the others to not help them, and that this is the way of life for the wolves, and we can't disturb them when they are taking down their prey.
Yeah. And their other elves are also saying, "You were one of them?" And
Mhm.
at that point, Hawkins sends black sends because there's a black sending. Don't abandon me here.
Oh yeah, I
Do you
didn't
want
realize
to
it was a
live
black
with Timmain
sending.
like animals? Help me fight them off, please.
But you're the biggest animal here right now,
Yeah,
though, Haken.
you're black sending to your friends.
Mhm. He is. He must be the forefather of Vinoville.
He kind of looks like Vinaville, though.
Yeah.
And-
He's the only one I noticed, at least, with black hair.
Yeah,
Or like
and he
Vinaville
also
hair.
has kind of a Vinaville
Attitude.
personality.
Yeah.
So yeah, he may very well be the forefather of
Mhm.
Vinaville. He has a lot of her characteristics. Wouldn't surprise me.
Mm-hmm. Do we get to know which of these are the forefathers of all of them, or is it more like we can Just
Um,
guess. Like I'm thinking, like we get
like at the end of
to,
the issue, Timmain leaves them with her cub.
yeah, we know
That's
about,
Timor and Yellow Eyes. So the
yeah.
others will be the Wolf Rider tribe. And one of them decide to go out to Haken. Um, and she may be the start of Blue Mountain.
No, we can talk about it at the
Yeah,
end though, but yeah. But they never actually says it. Like they says that Timoniel Wise is the
Cutter's
first.
forefather.
Yeah,
Yeah, he is.
yeah. But
He's the
with the
first
other,
chief.
but with the others, they don't really say, "Oh, this is
No,
Saba's forefather."
this is the only time they really have a name.
Okay. Oh, and he is black sending on the wolves, so the wolves are
Yeah.
kind of thrown off him. I didn't realize that before now.
But at the end of the fight, he crawls back into the palace. He's quite badly wounded at this point.
Of course, the one of the wolves took a huge chunk of his stomach
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah. And that evening, the others come up to Timmain and asks her to be their leader. And she tells them that she will. And the first lesson of the new world of the two moons is a lesson of singing.
Which is more like howling. They're
Yeah,
howling with the wolf on the rock in the
but they're
background,
like singing the song of the world, like
but they
sing.
haven't used their voice in millennials, or they don't really say how long, but they're
Yeah.
joking when they're trying to use their voice.
And one of these elves here is named as Carlsen. The whole time I read this issue, I read it as Khaleesi.
Yeah, sometimes these names, though, our brains make up their own
Oh
version.
yeah.
I feel the names of these elves are not that important. They're not gonna follow us. So
No, Timmain and Timorn are the important ones.
yeah, and we nailed those. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. But as they're singing, they're creating fire. And at that point, Timmain is exhausted and she faints.
Which is not weird in my eyes because she's transformed so many times. She's
Yeah.
fought Hawk and all
She's
these
used up a
things.
lot of stamina, a lot of power.
But at the same time, it feels that for the elves is weird. That almost that they
Yeah.
never sleep kind of thing.
Yeah. And she says that she slept for 3 days and nights.
Again, it's not weird. She's exhausted her body.
Yeah. And we are back in the palace with Haken, and he's just talking to himself, being really, really mad and angry at Timmain, saying that she betrayed him, and the others believe can't believe him when he says that. And
In this sentence, he's like, is it power? Control of the group? Nothing could make her so self-serving. I'm like, you're the one who being self-serving here. You're the one who's
yeah.
seeking control of the group.
And it also says that unless she means to set herself up as a leader or lord over them.
She never wanted that.
No.
They asked her since they saw that she's adapting faster than
And
the
she
others.
helped protect them.
Yeah,
So
so
they see her as a strength to them and to their
yeah,
life.
it's more like you know a lot more about this world than we do, so
Yeah.
help us.
Yeah, please help us adapt and become part
It's
of
not,
this world.
I want to be leader. I want to be chief, so I'm going to be chief. No.
No, that's what
That's-
Haken is doing.
Yeah. Well, he's being a leader for the humans.
Yeah.
So you do that.
He's doing it with fear though. Like black sending to them and making a wound on himself that he with magic puts on fire so it looks like his blood is burning, and
Basically creating all of these images that the Gotra humans had of the demons.
Yeah. He even says that, I thought so. What savages don't understand, you either kill or worship.
It draws with blood or flames.
Yeah, or
Flame
both.
blood.
And he draws a wolf and with an arrow in it, like, kill them.
Which he's obviously meaning kill
Timmain?
Timmain, but these stupid humans is not. They're gonna go kill all the wolves then? Like,
Yeah,
what do you
because wolf
think?
is wolf. They don't understand that Timmain is just one of the wolves.
Exactly.
Now you see the humans are doing their normal life things, and the elves is sitting up on a tree like, but we can't steal food. We can't do that. Yeah, we have to. We have to taste what they're eating and see if it's good.
Yeah, or basically, if we can save ourselves time eating the same thing as they are eating, so we basically know that it's not poisonous. So we don't have to go out and figure out what's poisonous or not.
Yeah, they said like we can go out and taste everything that we find, but it'd be easier to just taste what they are eating and see if we like it.
Yeah, and they tasting some kind of root fruit. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah, it looked like a carrot.
yeah, but it's yellow.
Yeah.
And he's like, next time it's your turn to taste. So obviously not that good.
Yeah. I can see Timmain is hunting again for the group. And she's taking down kills and leaving them for the others.
Obviously, because the others don't believe in the kill to eat,
No, they don't.
or they don't eat meat at all, or
Well,
flesh.
they eat meat. They just don't want to kill for it, I think.
But how did they eat meat at their old planet then?
Probably didn't then. They do
Yeah,
now.
that's what I meant. That
Yeah.
they were not meat eaters.
Yeah, they
They're
didn't
forced to be
used
that
to.
now,
Yeah.
but
And the other elves are getting quite worried. They don't see her much anymore. She's never around. She gathers meat and then she takes off.
she's obviously having more fun with her wolf tribe than them.
And she also can provide a lot more for her or for the other elves when she's in wolf form.
Yeah, and when it hurts her so much to transform all the time, it's kind of understandable that she wants to be wolf form.
Yeah, and I don't think it hurts her this much anymore. I think she's gotten quite used to it, turning
Okay.
back and forth. Um,
But she prefers the wolf form.
yeah. And this is also the time that the elves decided that they were going to start building a hold in the trees.
Which makes sense since there's so many predators on the ground,
Yeah.
including humans.
And the elves have also been starting to specify their magic. Like, Colson is focusing on trees and tree shaping, and somebody's focusing on plants. And they're kind of developing the talents that we know today.
Which makes more sense for them too. You have less magic, so instead
Yeah.
of spreading it on
A
so
lot
many,
of different things you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you focus all your magic and power on one thing.
Yeah. But suddenly, the branch Colson is sitting on breaks and she falls.
Hmm. And she breaks her foot.
Yeah.
And I find it quite funny that they're giving her a stick to bite on when they're mending the foot.
Yeah.
I don't feel they ever told us that mending was hurtful or painful.
No, they made it seem like mending or healing.
It's
a good feeling.
Yeah, like it's relieving the pain.
Yeah, because I think they've also said it that they can choose to take the pain away first and then mend
Exactly. Yeah.
the meat later, so you don't feel it.
So this feels more like hold this while I break your foot again, or like when
Reposition the bone.
yeah,
Yeah.
because that hurts like hell.
Yeah,
When you're doing it without any medication, but
yeah. But the healer says that they can't knit the bone and they would need more power, so they want to take her to the palace. But going to the palace is dangerous.
because the demon is there.
Yes, and the demon has also gotten humans. And they decide that they're going anyway. And the humans are like standing guard outside and they have like branches like knitted around themselves.
Branches and bows
And
that is
leaves.
tied on with rope.
Yeah, like they've tied everything on them, on their heads and on their hands and arms and chest. They look really
It's
stupid.
pretty obvious that they tried to look like Hakens.
Yeah, they look so stupid.
Yeah. They obviously did not get the deal with this.
No.
Haken could have helped them
Yeah, you
do
just
this
don't
thing.
wanna.
Yeah.
So the elves throw some rocks at them, and the wolves come running at them, and then they just run straight past them and into the palace.
Yeah, we don't want to die.
Yeah, they're like, this is fine. And it's almost the second that they get there, there's more humans inside the palace.
Yeah, they was kind of easy to take down too, though.
Yeah,
This Timmain is pretty much like straight up to Haken, so
yeah, but he
the guards
black
couldn't be
sends to
that
the
good.
others saying, "You need my help now," and that's when they're saying that it's black sending.
This first time they named it,
Yeah,
and Timon is basically healing, sending. I don't know what to call it. She's more like, I need to show him the beauty of this world,
yeah,
and
music of my heart.
yeah, and sending that over to him. But obviously, that's not helping.
Yeah, and he even says that, "Oh, this world, your love is your weakness."
And he pokes his spear towards this other,
Khaleesi.
yeah, Khaleesi,
That's not their name.
and that's basically the last straw for Timmain. She's like, no, you don't hurt them, and she bite off his arm,
Yeah, he beat off his arm, and he runs out of the palace.
basically telling him to leave now or you die.
Yeah. And this is really, really, really tough on her. She just lays down and cries because she has harmed and injured one of her own.
Of course, I get it,
Yeah.
but if not him, it would have been you. You know.
Yeah. And they're all tired and exhausted. And if it hadn't been for their wolf friends, they probably would have died in there. But their wolves carried them out of there.
Which is quite cute. It's the first image of elves riding wolves,
Yeah.
even though they're not bonded, but they save them.
Yeah.
This is probably the first time they are experiencing winter too.
Yeah. Absolutely. They make it sound like it.
And it sounds like they are going towards an ice age, since they're saying that the white colds are getting longer every time.
Yeah. And as they say on the next picture, when the summer comes, there are children born, and we know that these elves are pregnant for 2 years.
Yep.
So it's obviously been a couple of years.
And Gibras, I don't know who that is. Oh, that must be the one laying down on the ground,
No, yeah, maybe.
since he's holding a newborn and he's like, Gibras made a son.
Yeah, to play with your firstborn.
And they called him Vol, so that's Lord Vol.
That was my thought as well.
That must be Lord Vol. But then the firstborn, which is the one that
That's
Timmain is.
Timorn.
Is it?
Yeah, Timorn Yellow Eyes.
Oh, I thought this was another one. And then later, because you see that on the next page, this white hair one is holding a girl. So I thought that the baby that Timorn is bathing is this girl, and Timorn is younger. That he.
But I don't think Timmain has any other children than Timorn.
Okay.
It is strange though that this baby doesn't have fur, because Timorn is furry as fuck.
Yeah. It might be that the they better make it sound like Vol is the second born.
Yeah, they do. For your firstborn. For the firstborn you gave us, Timmain.
But on the next page, this child is obviously a girl, or my eyes.
It looks
Because
like a girl. She has long hair.
long hair. But all elves has long hair. But they always they picture elf boy different than an elf girl. You know, Pool and Sust looks different than this one.
Yeah.
But then on
But this may also be the child of someone else.
could be
Because
Well.
this man goes looking for Timmain and finds a den and goes in it and is like, "Oh fuck no, okay, Timmain, I will go away."
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the next time we see Timmain, she is then coming with a boy, and he seems to be older.
Furry.
Yeah, he furry. He's half wolf.
Mm-hmm.
His dad is a wolf.
Yeah.
But he looks to be older than the girl. And there's a baby, tiny baby, in the arms of the silver-haired woman. And then there's a girl sitting with the
Yeah.
Khaleesi girl and the brown-haired man. And then you have Timmain, and no Timorn. And also in
Yeah.
this picture, Timorn doesn't look to be that young.
True.
Like the baby
It
is up
should have
here.
told us who all of them are. But I thought that the girl could be Sava or Sava's forefather kind of connection, since we have Vol going to Blue Mountain and then you need someone going to Sorrow's End.
Yeah,
That could be
maybe. And
Sava.
also, like I talked about before, this yellow-haired woman,
Hmm.
she leaves to go see Haken.
Yeah, she is the mom, or as I assumed, she is the one who gave birth. But then she is the mom of Lord Vol. Oh shit! This
And
is
then
just
Lord
too.
Vol is a blonde-haired girl.
No,
But
because
who
Lord
else can
Vol
have
is.
this blonde baby?
But that I don't think the girl is the baby.
But then
I
my
think the girl
timing
is a.
out passed because it's winter
Yeah,
here.
but you see, on this first image, there's two kids.
Yeah.
There is the one that is bathing,
Yeah.
which is not furry at all, so it can't be Timorn Yellow Eyes. I
No.
think that is the girl. And then the
Maybe.
newborn is
Vol.
Vol. Yeah.
But who else can have a yellow-haired baby? And they're saying that it is Timorn's firstborn baby.
Yeah, but this baby is not
T-Main, but
furry.
T-Main isn't Sava's mom.
No, but the baby that Timorn is bathing don't need to be
The baby T-Main is bathing.
Timorn.
No, but if you're saying that that baby is the girl,
Mm-hmm.
and you're saying the girl is Sava, it can be Sava because this baby is Timorn's baby.
No, they didn't really say that.
Yeah,
That's
it says that son to play with the firstborn you gave us, Timmain. It says that the baby is Sava's baby, is Timmain's baby.
or because I don't think this is Timorn. This can't be Timorn since he's
No,
so
it
furry.
doesn't look like Timorn because Timorn is furry. Really, really furry. But they also
So
could.
maybe like it's you can.
But I don't think this baby is the girl.
I looked at the baby as the girl
I don't think so
because
because it says that this
it
is
doesn't really
Timmain's
say that.
baby.
It could, like, it doesn't really say that. Oh, now you have someone that your baby can play with. It more like, oh, now your baby has another one to play with. You
Yeah.
know, so they could have several cubs, and then oh, here you have another one.
But it's
So
weird that Timmain is bathing a baby that isn't hers and they're talking about a baby that is hers.
yeah, but you know the elves. So it takes a village.
But I think this image is saying that this is Timmain's baby.
But if she only had Timorn, this can't be Timorn.
I think she only has Timorn.
So, but they just making it hard on us, not telling us
And they also
the
make
name of the other baby in the picture. Because obviously the newborn is Vol.
the newborn is named Vol. That is a clear thing here. We don't know the name of the other baby.
But anyway,
We googled it.
these are kids of the High Ones. We don't know. We still don't know who the kid in the pool is.
Yeah, we can. The ones that we could find is obviously Timorn, but he's furry, so I don't think it's Timmain.
No.
And you have Lord of All.
And he is the newborn.
Yeah, you
So
have Vinoil, who is Haken and Data's child, which isn't born yet. And then you have Aquar.
maybe this is a core.
Maybe
No, but then a core didn't, or we don't know his a core can't be the girl,
Aquar could be the girl.
or could be. We don't know a core's hair color, so
Yeah, but I wouldn't imagine him being a girl.
yeah. And then they said Saba was a firstborn and Habit and another
But
firstborn, but
Saba
then
wasn't the firstborn.
no, she needs to be a secondborn, so
Yeah,
or a thirdborn.
Kurel, which I think is one of the gliders.
Yeah, if it wasn't
Uh,
the other digger that was with the core but died. Remember,
Maybe.
because there were several of
Yeah,
them.
yeah, I think so. Because they're on the same line here. And the rootless ones, which see, we have no idea what the rootless ones is.
No, but
Um,
then maybe one of those. But at least it wasn't Sawa like we discussed. So
no, because Sava is a daughter of Hatbet and a firstborn. And
yeah,
Hatbet is not one of the 9.
no, and
So,
obviously all the others died in the palace. Like
yeah,
we
so
assumed.
Hatbet is
So
assumed to be one of the firstborn children. So Sava would be a second generation.
yeah,
Yeah. According to Africa's wiki.
yeah. You tell us if you have a different theory on this.
Please tell us.
Yeah.
So for next episode, we're gonna start reading Blood of 10 Chiefs.
So until next time, go recognize the troll.